What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye coming to you again with a preview of the Sutton versus Arsenal game. First of all, my apologies for this being a bit belated. Just had various things going on. I was planning to do it last night, and then I couldn't do it last night. I was planning to do it earlier, and then I couldn't do it earlier. So just decided to just bang this one out quickly for you guys. I sounded a lot more dodgier than I wanted it to sound. My apologies for that. First things first, let me show my boy Mems some love. He had me on Arsenal Fan TV with a bunch of a variety of guests, which I'm sure you can find them on Twitter at Football Hero, and I've forgotten Henry's handle, but they were really good to speak to and debate with, and it was really entertaining and, quite frankly, very, very long, but it was good. It was an interesting watch. So go and watch Arsenal Fan TV appearance on there. What can I say that hasn't been said already? It's been another horrible week for us and Wenger, us as fans, and the team, quite frankly. It feels like our club is falling apart, even though probably the realistic view is that we're not in that bad a shape. But, you know, usually when something bad happens, it just feels like the whole world is crumbling around you. So straight after the game, there were stories about Wenger leaving, which in my view wouldn't be so bad. But Sanchez leaving, Ox leaving, literally it seems like the whole world is leaving. For us, we can't change what has already happened. I've voiced my opinion very forthrightly on this channel, on Gooner News TV, and on Arsenal Fan TV. Having said that, we just have to move on. New chapter. In terms of our season, we just have to keep going. I don't want no bullshit when it comes to Sutton. I want a professional performance. No nonsense, no arrogance just because they're in the conference. Listen, I'll tell you for free, they're going to fight harder than you. So you need to be able to show the difference in quality between the conference and the Premiership. I don't want to hear no bullshit. Because a lot of people don't think we'll win this. I'm telling you now, bookies are taking a lot of bets for Sutton. I refuse to bet against my team. So I'm going to back Arsenal for this, provided we pick the right team. Now, I've watched Wenger's press conference, which annoyed me a lot. Again, if you want to know my thoughts on that, go and watch Arsenal Fan TV. Just annoyed me throughout. Having said that, he did indicate. Sorry, just realised my phone's right next to the speaker. It's probably giving a lot of feedback. Apologies for that. What he did indicate was that he'd go for quite a strong team this time around. So I'm going to try and reflect that in my hope for 1 to 11, and this is what I'm going to pick. It's going to be based on people who I feel deserve a chance, people who I feel deserve a rest, and one of my choices you guys will not agree with. Hear me out, though, before you start giving me abuse in the comment section. In my goalkeeper section, I put David Ospina. Don't really feel like I need to explain. It's one of the very rare circumstances that a goalkeeper lets in 5 goals and was not the worst player on the pitch. If anything, was the best player on the pitch, which goes to show you how badly we played against Munich. Having said that, I think he's on form. Keep it going. David Ospina goes in goal for me. Right back is the player that all of you will disagree with. I would give Hector a rest. I would. So I know you guys are breathing deeply. Well, who are you going to pick then? This is who I'm going to pick. Brace yourself. No, it ain't Debussy. It's going to be Carl Jenkinson. Now, hold on. Hear me out. I feel like Hector needs a rest because I think we're going to be fucked if he gets injured. On a plastic pitch where it encourages injuries, let's give him a rest. If Carl Jenkinson can't rise to the occasion for Sutton United, we've got some deep problems. We don't have 2 right-backs that we excommunicate and freeze out of the club completely. So I would consider, I don't think Wenger will do this, don't get me wrong, But I would consider playing Carl Jacobson as right back. This is my opinion. I know you guys are going to give me abuse, but fuck it. That's my opinion. At centre back, Rob Holding. Again, need I say more? I think this kid is unlucky that he hasn't featured more. I think every time I've seen him, he looks really good. If he ever makes a mistake, it's almost because you feel he's a bit rusty because he doesn't get the opportunity to come on and play a lot. I do think this kid has a big future. And quite frankly, the way Mustafi played midweek, don't be surprised if he starts challenging Mustafi next season. So Rob Holding for me. Next to him will be a big call too. Now, there are some debates. Well, who would I play? Would I go for Gabriel? Would I go for Mustafi? No. I would play Per Mertesacker here. I feel like you might as well start betting him in. I expect him to start next week, and I don't necessarily think it's going to be a bad idea. I don't see them being anyone on that pitch that's going to run away from him that quickly. I don't think they have any quick strikers from my memory of Sutton. I think his experience will serve well, and the man has just signed a contract, so I might as well use him. Who knows? By just putting something fresh in there. And yes, I know fresh and Per Mertesacker, and you'll say, Chris, what are you talking about? Just trust me. After the way our defense played in midweek, is it really such a bad idea to put Per back in against Sutton United? So Per goes back into my team. Left back, I'd put Monreal in. For me, Gibbs is my number one left back. I rest him in this game. Gibbs is very prone to injury. And on a plastic, artificial pitch, I have a bad feeling something bad would happen if Gibbs steps on that pitch. Therefore, I play Monreal on that pitch. Right side of midfield, given everything I've just said about pitches, this would be an unusual choice. But I'd put Theo Walcott. It's not like he's playing that much. I think he needs to get brought up to speed very, very quickly. So I'd play him on that right-hand side. On the left-hand side, you notice I've left centre midfield till after this, just because I'm still thinking about it in my head. Left side, I put Danny Welbeck. I don't believe Perez will make it for the match, and that's the only reason Perez doesn't get into my starting lineup. If he's fit enough to make the bench, then obviously he'll make a bench and make a large feature. But Welbeck, I don't understand why this kid is not getting enough game time. I stick him on the left every day, all day long, every day. In my centre midfield pairing, now, as you can see, I'm having a lot of trouble with this because I'm kind of toing, throwing. I don't think Wenger will go for this. This is my opinion, as I keep saying to you guys, because I know you're getting ready to give me abuse. On my one of my centre midfielders is going to be Mohamed El Nene. Why this guy is not playing more, I will never understand. He starts this match, and I believe Wenger will start him. Next to him, I've heard the arguments about putting Ox there. I'm resting Ox because for me, Ox is going to be my midfield going forward in terms of the person who plays against Liverpool next week. So I rest Ox for this. So, or Ox will at least be on my bench anyway. So next to him, I go for Maitland-Niles, who I thought played really well in the last round. And to be perfectly honest, doesn't deserve to lose his place. So I played Maitland-Niles next to Mohamed El Nene. I know what you guys are thinking. Those are two quite defensive-minded players. I don't think Maitland-Niles is that defensive. I just feel like he did a good job of it. And I feel like it's time to start developing players like him and Jeff. And that's why he starts that game. Speaking of Jeff, he plays as my number 10. Iwobi doesn't get in my team. He doesn't even get in the subs. We need to take this kid out of the spotlight ASAP. I keep saying it, and I will keep saying it. Take Iwobi out of his team just to protect him. Protect him. So with that being said, Jeff will be my number 10 for this game. Up top, I'm going with Olivier Giroud. Giroud hasn't played a lot. We may need to call on him at some point. I see his strength and his power being a problem for Sutton. They wouldn't have dealt with something like Giroud before, which I know sounds hilarious when I say it out loud, and I'm hearing myself. I am hearing myself. But bear in mind, guys, this is Sutton United. Most of this team, if not all of this team, have a main job alongside playing football. So, you know, I think Giroud will be a new experience for them. So why not play to that strength? And I think with the fact that you're playing Walcott there, you're playing Welbeck on the left, you're going to have people who naturally give Giroud width, and I think that will play to his strength. I would also have the likes of Sanchez on the bench, which he won't like, but I don't give a damn. Oz on the bench, he won't like. I genuinely don't give a damn. Keep him on the bench. Let them experience it. You know, experience what a team who don't necessarily have their name, but will put in 100% effort. Because I believe that 11 I've just named will put in effort. And provided he picks that 11, and let's face it, this is Arthur Miller, you know he ain't picking that 11. But if he picks that 11, I believe he'll win 2-0. You know, it won't be fancy. Sutton will put in maximum effort, but I honestly believe we'll have enough to beat them, he says. Otherwise, get set for the explosion of a rant that will take place if we lose that game. So it'll be Monday night after work, so I'll probably bang out a review real quick after the game. Hopefully, I'll be in a good mood. You guys let me know what your prediction would be or what your 1 to 11 would be. If you're listening to me for the first time, hit that subscribe button. I'll probably try and do a review with a couple of guests. Won't tell you who, you're going to have to tune in. So stay tuned for that. If you're on Twitter, do follow me at Colossal Chig. That's CHIG. Other than that, that's me out. All right, people. Take care. Peace.